Ever since I was a child, people said my family was cursed. Mom tried to protect us with God. Pop tried to protect us with wrestling. He said if we were the toughest, the strongest, nothing could ever hurt us. I believed him. We all did.
Bruce, could you come in here for a second, please? That was sounding okay.
I'll be honest, fellas, it was sounding great, but I could have used a little more cowbell.
For an 80s born Texas boy, the Von Erichs were king. And my father's side of the family, they were some hillbilly, trashy people. So they were all about that wrestling. Not wrestling, wrestling. So seeing the Iron Claw, seeing the Von Erichs on stage, seeing the Sportatorium. You know how iconic the Sportatorium is for North Texas, North Dallas boys? Oh my gosh, I was right down the road. I could drive past the Sportatorium all the time. So let's talk about the movie The Iron Claw, 80s Dallas Von Erichs gold. And not just the Von Erichs. We're going to talk about some other wrestlers that were big-time stars, that were huge things. Now, I want you to not only watch this movie, but you need to go check out the Triumph and Tragedy WCCW. It's on the Peacock right now, the WWE section. And you need to check out the first season of Dark Side of the Ring. You'll see the Von Erichs come up first. Then you'll see Bruiser Brody. Then you'll see some Gino. And like the first season was all WCCW. They are extremely good. Let's get back to the movie, The Iron Claw. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. 2 wicked thumbs up. A 10. A 10. I call it a 10. And from a Texas Dallas born boy with, like, I'm a wrestling mark. I'm a wrestling mark because I remember watching wrestling late at night. Channel 39, North Texas, the Von Erichs. I remember being excited, like, oh, look, Kerry Von Erich. Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing Kerry Von Erich hit WWF and be like, that's my guy. That's a Von Erich. So, yeah, like I said, you got to see WCCW, Triumph and Tragedy, and the first season of The Dark Side of the Ring. That's all WCCW. We're going to talk about some not Adrian Brody, Bruiser Brody, one of the, I don't know why I call him Adrian Brody. Bruiser Brody, one of the greatest people of all time. Gino Hernandez, not one of the greatest people, Bruiser Brody, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Gino Hernandez. Let's talk about some of the other people that went through WCCW back in the 80s. The Dango Warrior. He became the Ultimate Warrior. He was also, you'll hear him mention in the movie, I see your ex-partner Hellwig's holding some gold down there. When you gonna be holding the title, Kerry? That's my white hillbilly Texas. That's my Texas accent. Like, when you gonna be holding the belt, Kerry? You deserve it, Kerry. But yeah, the Freebirds, you can't say. My mom, I remember there being a Freebird CD in the CD collection when I was a kid, like going through, like, what the hell is the free? Like, literally, she bought a CD. Mick Foley, Cactus Jack came through there. That's kind of fucking cool. I mean, all of us went through. Bam Bam Bigelow, Andre the Giant, Jerry the King Lawler. Come on, guys, come on. King Kong Bundy, Abdullah the Butcher, who had great matches with Bruiser Brody. Why do I want to keep calling him Adrian Brody? Oh, because that's an actor's name, isn't it? Bruiser Brody. Adrian Brody is an actor's name right now. Oh, I'm so stupid, guys. I am dumb. All right, anyways, you can see the boys in the back that played. We got Kerry, played by what is his name? Jeremy Allen White. The Bear. We got Zac Efron, and we got this other. He's the other piece of paper. Like, they're stuck together for some stupid reason. Why are you stuck together? Jeremy Allen White, who's the Bear. Zac Efron and Harris Dixon, who's a Brit playing a Texas boy. What is going on there, mate? You wouldn't like it if I. And I was kind of going, whatchamacallit, Australian. Hey, Bean, you wouldn't like it if I tried to do yours, would I, Bean? You wouldn't like it if I tried to make my accent like yours, would you? No, so don't do a Texas accent, boy. It's America. America. You know what I'm saying, America. I was very impressed. There were some licenses taken with the time frame, but it's a movie. Like anybody that complains about any time frame or anything like that, or anything not being complete, it is a movie. They had to have some drama into it. They had to have Fritz be shitty. They had to have Kevin be worried about his brothers and him be the only, they had to make it all like that. But guess what? It wasn't all like that. There's a few differences to it. I don't think Kevin was as hurt about the wrestling as Zac Efron played it up. But I'm just saying, it's a really good flick. It's a very good flick. You should check out the movie The Iron Claw, the Texas Claw. Ooh. Yeah, no, but it's a really good flick, and I'm a wrestling mark. This is right in my wheelhouse. Like you would not believe how excited I was to see this movie, The Iron Claw, the Von Erichs. Like I remember, and one of the right before I was making this video, I was getting TikTok ready, and a Von Erichs popped up. I'm like, this is a fitting tribute. This is fitting. All four of the boys that were all four. And hey, they did minus out the youngest one. But I read a thing that his story was kind of like Kerry. So it's kind of like we're doubling up on the story. Like, it's like, oh, y'all really had this much tragedy. And I did like the fact that all the tragedies really happened off screen. You didn't see too much of, you just heard about it. Like, he was like, you see David throwing up in the thing, and then all of a sudden he's gone. The other one, the sickly, skinny one, Mike, then all of a sudden he's gone. You barely hear about Jack. It was sad. You lost. That was a wrestling legacy. But I'm like, what would it be like? Is it an even better wrestling legacy because of the downfall, because of the tragedy, because of what happened to the boys? You have to be the judge. But all I gotta say is that movie was a dream come true. I was all about it. I mean, that I am a Von Erich mark. They did a pizza commercial in Texas. Like pizza, like they're big enough in Texas. Let's make a commercial for them, boys. Let's do it. Hey, let's eat as much pizza as we can. I think it was after David passed away, before Mike got sick, or maybe I think it was before Mike got sick. After David, before Mike got sick. Blah 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 blah. But it's a very good movie. I give it 2 thumbs up. This guy